This is iAgent website, teaches how to use the iframe solution in um, FlexMLS. So with all the sites, we have the same kind of information. So when you log in to your dashboard, you can see everything that's going on. And this is kind of the fastest way that I have figured out to do specifically the iframe solution. So the iframe solution consists of not using the embedded shortcode solution with Flex, but using the full map solution. So I'm going to pick on this site right now. So for example, when I go to Anchorage here under single family homes, um, though there's a content that we add here, and then right here, this solution right here is the iframe solution. And to help with SEO, we also added a menu down here so that everything can work. So what we're going to focus on now is the hillside and lower hillside homes for sale. So you could see it working right here. So I just wanted to duplicate this so that you can kind of see what is going on. So the first thing that we do is I tend to want to tell you to find a page that is already working. So for example, if we want to add the hillside and lower hillside pages, and we're going to pretend that those didn't exist, go to, for example, any one of the pages that are currently using the solution that you want to use. So for example, Alaska Real Estate King, he wants to use the iframe solution instead of the shortcode solution. So then we go to a page that iAgent website has created automatically for them during the build cycle. So then therefore, when you want to add new pages in the future, you could do it fairly simply by going to the page, and then at the very top bar here, click on duplicate as draft. This will make an exact duplicate of the current page that you're on. Therefore, it makes life a little easier because now that you only have to do is edit the page that edit the items on the page rather than creating it from scratch. Another shortcut is to click on drafts because the page that you duplicate is automatically going to be a draft. And these are going to be all of the drafts that are currently on your site. So pages that you've created and walked away from, other pages that just might be a draft, they're fine. They don't hurt SEO. They don't actually show. It's not that big of a deal. But once you click on draft, it'll be sorted by last date. So again, the Anchorage homes for sale page is the page that we drafted. So then now the only thing we have to do is click edit page. The very first thing that you should do is change obviously the name of the page. We're not going to duplicate pages. We're going to create we're going to use the layout, but we're still going to change the information. So we could say hillside and lower hillside. Then the next thing that you would want to do would be to copy the title, click edit here, and then paste it here. Hit OK. And for SEO purposes, highlight down here, hit edit, and then meta description. Just highlight and then hit Control V or paste, or you could type it in again. And then I would always suggest adding more content here, at least enough to where the bar turns green. If you don't add any content, then it will just display as this. I would at least add something SEO wise. The reason why you see a number 2 here is because these pages have already been created. Again, this is just for an example. Okay, now once all that is done, I'm going to click save as draft, but you would hit publish. The other thing to be aware of is that, for example, if you're doing Anchorage Hillside and Lower Anchorage and you duplicated the Anchorage homepage, you would want to make sure that the parent is Anchorage Homes for Sale. You tend to want to change the parent based on the area that is working. So you can see we already have Anchorage Hillside and then all of these other pages. That would be under communities. If it was Anchorage Homes for Sale, and then you could see all the pages below Anchorage Homes for Sale, then that would work. Sub-communities inside of Anchorage would also go under Anchorage Homes for Sale. That's just something to be aware of SEO-wise. So I'm just going to hit save as draft in this circumstance, just so that we can go through. So now that's saved. The next thing that we're going to do is hit edit in Elementor. And then Elementor is going to load. Now, in your FlexMLS, you are going to create and save a link inside of FlexMLS, and then that link, the iframe link, will be given an option to you. So on another screen, I have a bunch of links that were saved from the Alaska Real Estate King website owner. So I'm just going to copy that link. He provided the links for me. Again, those are all created inside of Flex, and you should know how to do them. If not, we can walk you through that. So then again, the same thing, you would change this to whatever community that you are working in. So I think we were doing Hillside. And Lower Hillside. Okay. And you notice that I didn't capitalize anything, but things are still capitalized. That's kind of for convenience. Same thing down here. You would change it to say Anchorage Hillside and Lower Hillside. Same thing through this. You would replace Anchorage Real Estate with Hillside and Lower Hillside. I think you kind of get the idea. Just replace all of the keywords inside of each statement to the area that you want to do. The next, scroll down a little bit more, and then you'll get to the iframe map. It's really hard at times to right click and then choose edit. You may get this. I have found with the text, you could just right click and choose text editor and it will show up over here. With the frame, it tends not to do that very well. So just move your mouse down, go over to the pencil over here, and then press edit shortcode. Now you will see the shortcode. Now the only thing that you have to do is copy the link that you received from FlexMLS and paste it in between the quotes listed. So there are two quotes listed. There's one right here and one right here between the HTML MLS. You could delete them and then just paste it in again. You will know if you did it correctly because it will appear on the right automatically. So then there you go. There's the hillside and Lower Hillside. If you did it wrong, like for example, you grabbed a quote, it won't work. It'll pop this. So make sure that you have the URL in between the quotes. Once you are done, then you can hit publish. Same thing at the bottom. There's already a menu here on this site. I would walk you through the menu addition, but the menu is kind of already there. I'll actually do that anyways. So now we're going to go back to the dashboard. I'm going to hit leave because I really don't want to save what I'm doing here. Now that you have your beautiful page all done and you want to add it to the menu, you would go to Appearance, then Menus, and then you would select the menu that you are using. So for example, Anchorage. And then on this side, you would either click View All or Search. I find most recent, if you just created a page, it will automatically show there. So that's great. If you can't find it, hit View All, and then just scroll down until you find the page that you want to add, and then click Add to the menu. Yes, it's already been added right here, but you'll see it listed twice. And then you could select and drag it anywhere you want. If you want to make it a sub-menu of an item, just move it over to the left, and therefore now you will see it as a sub-menu. And yes, you can make submenus of submenus, and we could keep going ad nauseum as long as you want. I don't advise doing this at all. So that's just something to be aware of. So that is the fastest way on how to create new pages using the iframe solution with FlexMLS. It's fairly quick and easy. Again, we use duplicate page specifically to make it easier for you just to log in, switch the little things around, and then move on with your life rather than having to create a whole entire page from scratch. However, you can if you want to. Thank you for watching and have a good day.